should be a lot of people. Raise your hand. Really proud. This is important for my ego. Right? So you people don't fucking know who I am. That's good. All right. So first, let me tell you then a little bit about myself, so the talk has some context, and then we'll get into the subject of the talk today, which is how to give demos that don't, suck and are not soul crushing. So originally I'm from Greece, born and raised in Germany, the south of Germany. When I speak in the US, I usually say I combine the two opposite ends of the cultural European spectrum, right? Greece and south of Germany are not very compatible. And about 12 years ago, I sold everything I had, I bought a one-way ticket to go to San Francisco and start my first SaaS business. That company turned out to be a soul-crushing defeat and failure. It only took 5 years to realize what I could have, seen clearly within 6 months that day was just dead. I was just carrying that company around for 5 years. It was just a skeleton, and I would always go, no, it's fine. It's fine. All we need is some water and some food, and it's gonna get alive and grow and do really well. It took me a long while to learn some lessons very, very slowly. And then the second company I started, the second SaaS business, through some twists and turns, turned out pretty all right, and that's the business that I'm running today. The company had started as Elastic Sales, and what we did with Elastic Sales was we were offering B2B SaaS companies that were venture-backed in Silicon Valley an outsourced sales team on demand, right? And we did that for over 200 venture-backed startups within an 18-month period. So for a short period of time, about 2 years, we were one of the best kept secrets in Silicon Valley. We talked to all the SaaS CEOs and all the SaaS investors. We knew everybody's dirty laundries and dirty secrets. We knew everything that was broken about their sales model, their sales hiring. We knew their metrics, we had access to their CRM, so we accumulated an incredible amount of information and data, especially when it comes to developing sales models that really are predictable and scalable in the early days. And from day one, we started building software internally, never with the intention to sell that software, never with the intention to pivot away from the services business to a product business. Just, there were two reasons why we built software. One, two of my co-founders were software developers. And number two, I hated with a passion all the sales software that was available. And I was the first salesperson we were renting out to companies. So I'm like, I'm not going to have to, if I have to use shitty software for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, I'm going to kill myself. So we started building an internal piece of software with the intention to allow our salespeople to do their job better and like their job better. And eventually, that piece of software turned out pretty all right. It turned to a product called Close.io, an inside sales CRM that's really focused on productivity over everything else, right? So we decided to launch that as a small little project on the side in 2013. And it grew very fast. Within 6 months, it had outgrown the services business, and we realized maybe we should focus our attention on this thing that makes more revenue with 4 people than that this other company does with 40, right? And ever since then, we've been growing incredibly fast and highly profitable. We are by far the smallest team in our space, but are doing really, really, really well when it comes to revenue and customers and the product innovation we've been able to push in the market. So tiny remote team, 30 people, 11 different countries, millions and millions in revenue, and serving a lot of SMBs, SaaS, and startup companies, help them close more deals. All right, so first of all, fair warning, most of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today, when it comes to like the tips I have to giving great product demos, are not going to be any kind of like ninja hack you've never heard of before. That's going to be fundamental shit. Anything I teach is very fundamental stuff. If you came to me and you said, Steli, I want to lose weight, my fitness and lose weight advice would be eat broccoli and work out, motherfucker. Right? It's that easy. Just move your body and eat good stuff, right? Now, why is there an industry of, I don't know, gazillion different Zumba, Moomba workout stuff every year? There's a new trend, there's millions of books. This whole industry is teaching people to be healthy and losing weight. Why is that? It's very simple. It's not that people don't know what to do to lose weight. We all fucking know what to do to lose weight. It's not that difficult. The reason why there's such a huge industry teaching this is because we don't like the answer to what it takes to lose weight and look fit, right? And that's what I found in business to be true as well. Most people that come to me and ask for advice, they're not coming to me asking for advice because they don't know what to do. They come to me asking for advice because the answer they already know is incredibly inconvenient. So when you you think to yourself, I don't know what to do about this problem, what you might think, more honestly, is, I don't know a convenient solution to my problem. Does that make sense? Yeah. This is yes, thank you, one person. This is no. This is, I'm from Finland. What do you want from me? Give me a fucking break. All right, so let's, and then for those of you that at the end of this talk might be like, oh my God, Steli, I want more of him in my life. I have the desire to hear his voice. There's a podcast I have with this handsome gentleman, Heaton Shaw. What sort of Heaton Shaw? Raise your hand. I feel a little bit better now. Heaton Shaw's like an OG of the SaaS world, probably one of the best marketers, founder of Kissmetrics, Crazy Egg. Just an insanely influential person in SaaS and in the startup world. He has one of the biggest or best brands in Silicon Valley. His brand is that he's the most generous founder in Silicon Valley. Think about that, the most generous founder. And that's true. So twice a week, we have a podcast together, the startupchat.com. You can subscribe to that. Twice a week for 20 minutes. We talk about anything and everything we're interested in. Tuesdays usually is very tactical, how to do sales calls, how to write a great landing page, all that shit. Fridays, we talk about the stuff we really care about and nobody ever talks about, how the death of our parents affected us as founders, religion and stuff, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Lots of people tell us they enjoy it. Obviously, not no people that are in this room, since you've never heard of any of us. But give it a listen if you enjoy podcasts and you want to learn more about SaaS. All right, let's jump into a bunch of deadly sins you should all avoid when giving product demos. First of all, who here has ever given one or is actively giving product demos? Raise your hand. You like so much raising hand. That's not what I signed up for. All right, thank you very much. Raise your hand if you have gotten a product demo before. Just checking how honest you people are. I noticed the people that didn't raise their hand before. All right, so if you're in SaaS today, like I've seen thousands of demos and I've probably given, I don't know, a shit ton of demos in my life. And a lot of things are very obvious. We all would agree. If I had a check with you one-on-one, you would look at me and you would go, yes, that's how product demo should look like. That makes obvious and total sense to me. But then when you go and give a demo, you break a lot of these rules. And the reason I know is that in 5 years of coaching founders and startups and seeing thousands of product demos, there have been less than a handful of times that I've been impressed with a product demo where somebody in SaaS is giving a product demo, bless you, that didn't break one of the sins of one of the rules that I'm going to outline here. So first, deadly sin when it comes to product demos is that you're most likely of giving way too many product demos. People are not discriminating enough, preemptively on who to spend half an hour or a whole hour sometimes showing every little fucking tweak and thing and feature of your product, because people don't spend, and most sales teams in SaaS don't spend enough time qualifying a prospect before deciding what medicine to give them. We just give out product demos, like crazy. Oh, this person clicked a button on our website, product demo, 60-minute schedule. Oh, this person sent an email, hey, I like your product, and my reply is, I sent you an invite for a 2-hour product demo next Thursday. Like, we all as SaaS businesses are overly eager to demo our product. Right? If you demo the product and at the end you figure out this person you're like, how did you like the product demo? They're like, oh, that's really awesome. Cool, tell me what's your role in the company? And they're like, well, I'm an intern, it's my first day. And you get upset. There's only one person you need to punch, which is yourself, right? And this sounds so funny, but it does happen quite regularly. That people spend a whole hour and then they discover, oh, none of the stuff I talked about had any relevance. How did you like the product? Oh, really good. What you guys want to purchase? Well, I'm really a student in computer science, and I'm doing a paper on SaaS software, so I thought I'd sign up for a few product demos in that space. That's soul crushing, right? You wasted so much time investing in something that should never have happened in the first place. Make sure you only give a product demo to people that need one. Does that make sense? Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Deadly demo sin number 2, you're never selling the demo. This is something I guarantee all of you have done wrong if you've ever given a demo. So a lot of times people come to me and they say, Steli, our no-show rate is really high, right? It takes so much effort to talk to somebody, it takes even more effort then to get them to commit to a date and time to meet with me for an hour for me to demo my product. And then, I prepared all weekend long in the morning, I went to the gym, I was so focused on giving them a demo, and then, they didn't show up. Right? It sucks. Now, there's a lot of hacks and things you can do that are simple, tools to use, reminders to send and all that shit, but you know what the most fundamental thing is that you can do to make people show up? Is sell on the value of the demo. It never happens. I've never gotten a demo proposal where somebody bothered to tell me why doing a demo would be valuable to me. We all just assume it's a thing everybody gets. Like, we're just like, hey, Steli, the next step will probably be a demo. Can you do next Tuesday or Thursday? Well, what is your demo? How long will it be? And why is it meaningful? Why is it meaningfully better than me just watching a product demo video or browsing your website? Why can't I just sign up for a free trial? What am I going to get in the demo that's worth attending to next week when, for sure, 30 minutes before the calendar reminder, I will have something much more important to do, right? It's usually never, like, the agree to the demo is easy. The problem is that the week passes by really quickly in the morning when I think about all the shit I haven't gotten done and how behind I am. I look at that one thing in my calendar and I go, demo with XYZ tool? And I go, why is that? Can I do that next week? You know, that's the first thing I'll reschedule, the first thing I'll cancel. Have you ever done that? Yes, all right. So, sell me on the value. The demo is a product that needs to be sold as well. Here is why a demo would be the right step. Here's the value we're going to create, this time we're going to save. Here's what we've learned. People that demo with me, you know, in the first week of their trial, typically get 30% more revenue, get 100% more conversion, get, you know, make a decision much quicker in terms of, or figuring out that it's not the right tool, whatever the hell it is. Usually you either make them money or you save them time, which also is making them money, right? But it's just a different language. But you have to sell me why a demo with you is valuable to me. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yes, awesome. One person, you sit in the right spot, you know, very deliberately chosen. He's I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be the one person that's gonna affirmatively say yes to anything. I really appreciate you. That's really valuable. All right. So, deadly demo sin number 3. People, and we all have confused giving a product demo with giving somebody training in our product. Those are not the same things. A demo is a demonstration of value. It is not a certification of competence, right? It's not, the goal there is not to make somebody a black belt in using your product, right? They're not even a fucking customer yet. So stop showing me every fucking thing that is possible in your product. Stop giving me every little click, every little fucking thing. Just demonstrate how does your product solve my problem in the way I care about it, right? It's not training. You're not training me. You're educating, you're enlightening me, you're demonstrating something that you could have said just with words, but it's much more powerful you can show me. Next deadly demo is you're just too fucking long. This is another common thing. I've never been in a product demo with a founder that was not too long. In 5 years of doing, you know, literally thousands of product demos with founders or listening in on product demos that SaaS founders give to prospects and investors, I've never thought, oh my God, this was short. I wish it was a little longer. Not once. Oh my God, I wish I could get a little bit more. Right? Here's how I typically feel. At the end of the product demo, I typically feel like, oh my fucking God, my brain hurts. I can't think straight. I can't look at my screen anymore. I have forgotten what this demo or product is about by now. Like, I just don't, I'm overwhelmed. The only thing I know for a fact, from an emotional point of view, is that I feel so overwhelmed, I want to get away from this call as quickly as possible, and I will never want to talk to this person again. Have you ever felt this way? Yes, we've all felt this way. There's no way you can give a 60-minute product demo without inflicting this level of emotional pain with the person listening to you. It's impossible. I cannot retain an hour of information, an hour of new information. Impossible. In one take. Impossible. Right? Product demo, features, page, other page, link, setting, another setting. I can't fucking deal with that for 60 minutes and retain the information. Here's the problem. At the end, the feeling you want to give to somebody is the feeling that they got energy from you and they want to invest more time in the relationship, more time in your tool, more time in talking to you, more time in purchasing from you. If you make people feel overwhelmed, they will never want to return on another call, they will not want to use your tool, they will not want to be your customers. Make sense? Simple shit. Again, it's not about the features, it's about the value. This is one of those things like eat broccoli, it's good for you. Like, I fucking get it, but I will forget about it the second I stopped telling you that what you said is obvious. It's one of those things we all get, but it's very hard to live, right? Because we are in such a product-centric world, and what is product at the end of the day? We break down product in features and functionalities, especially in SaaS. Right? And prospects will come to you with that, with the whole list of like, does your product do X? Does it do Y? Do you have this feature? Do you have that feature? So since all prospects are talking about features, and all your competitors are constantly blogging about the new features, and everybody's talking features, your developers talking about features internally, you're going to start talking about features, inevitably. You're going to start the product demo and be like, well, let me show you all our features. And this is a new feature. And this is a really cool feature. And this is my favorite feature. And this is a small feature. This is a really big feature. And it's like, it's just automatic. If we're not mindful, we're all going to fall into the same traps. We're all making the same mistakes. That's why if you're a bit more thoughtful, a bit more mindful, and you resist that momentum of just following everybody's language and thought patterns, you can stand out. And it's not complicated, but it is difficult. It takes mindfulness to do, right? Nobody gives a fuck about your features. Nobody really does. At the end of the day, they might come to you and say, the most important thing for me is your features. But nobody ever really cared about the features. It's your job to elicit what they want to accomplish with those features. For some people, it's solving a problem. For many of our buyers, it's just to feel like they're purchasing a tool that's going to make them more successful. We've all done this. It's like you admire this company and you just want to buy whatever they're selling you. So you feel like, if I buy this, they're so successful. Maybe I, through magical fairy dust, will also get more successful. That's how a lot of commerce is happening in the world. It's like irrational purchasing needs, right? I'm buying from this company, so I'm more like this company. Well, what does the tool do? I don't really know. Like we're in the CRM space, how many people come to us and go, I need something that also does AI, and most AI is like all A, no I, right? But it's like, I need to be doing AI and marketing automation, this, that, and the other. And I go, oh, that sounds awesome. What are you currently doing with all these things? Right now, not so much, but we really need this in the future. Oh, cool. What exactly are you going to do with this in the future? Well, we think that combining these three things will be good. Combining is not, it's not an act. It's not, what are you trying to accomplish by combining? Combining is the tactic, what's the strategy? People don't fucking know, right? We'll all just read each other's buttholes and circle jerk around this, trying all to be like, well, all these other people are doing this, we should also do this. And these people are like, oh, these other people are doing this. And so we all don't really, like, it's very rare that you encounter somebody in life and in SaaS also, where I'm guilty of this as well, that really has first principles to what they're doing, that really has a strategy, thoughtfulness. This is why I need this feature, this is how it aids to a larger goal, and this is specifically how we're going to use it and what we're doing today to supplement that, right? So, don't talk features, talk about how your product and what it does delivers value to them. Here's another thing, in today's world, and this is the most important thing I'll say today. Thank you, person. In today's world, especially when you give product demos that are virtual, which most SaaS companies do, right? It's very rare that you're going to be driving with somebody to demo your product with your laptop. You're going to do a lot of that virtually. You don't have people's attention. You don't. At spots, here and there, but you don't have their attention for 60 minutes for fucking sure, and you don't deserve it if you want it for 60 minutes. But if your demo is like 30 minutes, which it should be, even then, you're not going to get everybody's attention for 30 minutes. When was the last time that has anybody ever been in a product demo where at least for a minute in whatever the time frame was, you clicked on another tab and you checked out fucking Facebook, email, or something else, raise your hand. Not all hands go out, you're fucking liars. Alright. So you don't pay attention fully and 100% of the time to others. These other people pay the courtesy back to you, I guarantee it. Right? You might think you're the most compelling product demo on this planet. People will find Tinder more important for a second, right? They will get some kind of a reminder or notification that will take away their attention from your product demo. So it's important for you to decide when exactly, what exactly out of my product demo are the most important spots. What is the one thing this person should really not miss based on everything I know about them? And then it's your job to tell them. Typically, what I'll say is, and now we're going to get to the most important part in the demo. Then I count back, 23, 22, 21, and then I demo. Because when somebody's doing something and they even subconsciously hear the words, and this is the most important thing, they'll go, oh, I guess tab, where's the tab? Tab, I guess I have to pay attention right now. Right? That was a keyword somebody told me now is really important. Right? So you need to decide. One of the things that YC did so brilliantly is realize that at demo day, when you have fucking 100 companies present for 2 minutes each, after like company number 6, people are brain freezing. They can't pay or retain attention. And like at the end of the day, they won't remember who's what and what does this company do and why is this company impressive. So one of the basic rules is in the format of how YC gives product demos or YC companies give demo day presentations. At the end, they highlight, here's the 3 things you should remember about us. You know, we have a $100 million valuation. Our product demos are 4 hours long and everybody loves every single minute of it. And whatever, you know, we have AI-based cryptocurrency or something, right? Well, whatever it is, it's like 3 or 4 things that are like, and at the end of the 2-minute presentation, here's the 3 things you should retain about us, right? Highlight the things that are really, really important. And then, last but not least, please have a strong close. This is another one of these like beautiful, this is a thing that puzzled me for many, many years. Why is the end of a sales call or the end of a demo usually much shittier than the beginning? Usually with 0 structure. Like the beginning is always like, well, I'm really glad, here's the intro to me and my CEO, here's what we do, here's slide number 1, haha, funny fact, and here's a graph to go with it. Like the beginning is usually really well crafted. And then the end of the demo, it's like oh, is this the last thing we showed you? Oh, we're 2 minutes over. It's like proverbial looking around in the room. Does anybody know what we should do now? No. Well, yeah. I mean, this was great, and I hope. I don't know. You know, well, just get back to us whenever you guys had the chance to review the information and let us know what to do. Like, what the fuck is that? Why is the end such a like, well, whatever? Because we don't think through till the end. And we don't make sure that the end is as strong, if not stronger than the fucking beginning. I'm not going to remember the end of the beginning of the demo an hour in. All I'm going to retain when I hang up is the impression, the emotion you inflicted on me in the last 2 minutes. Right? So make sure you have a strong ending with the close. Why do you have a demo? What is the conversion that you want to have? What's the next step after the demo? What do you want to do? Here's a beautiful question to ask people, not just at the end of the demo, but a question that I teach all around the world that's worth a lot of money. Ask them, hey, based on what you've seen, does it seem like something you would be interested in purchasing? Do you want to be a customer? What would it take for you to become a customer of ours? What would it take for you to be a user of our product? And here's the kicker. People will give you an answer. Don't just take that answer. Push them further until you arrive at what I call a virtual close, a moment in the future where they are a buyer. So if I go, hey, what would it take for you to become a customer of ours? And the prospect goes, well, I don't know, I'll take this information back to my team, we'll discuss it internally. I'm not just going to go, oh, so let me go. No, I'm going to go, okay, so you go back, you talk. Awesome, what happens next, usually? Well, next we want to schedule another call and invite more stakeholders and ask more questions. Okay, let's say that call goes well. What typically happens next? Well, I don't know, next we would want to do a pilot. All right, let's talk about the pilot. How long do pilots typically last? What goals would you have for the pilot? Chat a little bit about that. Let's say we hit all the KPIs, the pilot is a blasting success. Are we in business or do we need to do more work afterwards? Well, no. Then we have to talk to legal. Eventually, typically, a salesperson will run out of bravery to keep asking questions. They'll go, okay, this sounds like a great plan. Bring in all the stakeholders, do pilot, and then legal. Thank you so much, goodbye. But I haven't heard, and then we are buying. So I'm going to push until I hear that. So I'll go, okay, so now that we talk to legal, are we in business now? No, now you have to talk to procurement. All right, and now that we talked to procurement, what happens next? Well, now you have to talk to my grandmother. She needs to read your bond in the future. All right, and then when Granny says, yes, are we in business? Yeah, then we're in business. Boom. Now I have a roadmap. What is it going to take to make this happen? Now I can learn this is 7 years and 99 cents a month per user is not enough to make this feasible for our organization. Or there might be red flags. Oh shit, we have no contracts, so legal might be a problem. Or maybe you find shortcuts or ways to parallelize certain steps so it doesn't happen sequentially, which usually leads to things being so long. People all the time tell me, oh, next week we're going to close this massive deal, Steli. And then when I don't hear from them, and I check in, I go, what happened with the big deal? And they go, yeah, there was a little bit of a surprise. And I'm like, oh, surprise? What was there a storm, like a natural catastrophe? What happened? Oh, no, well, we still have to go through legal. How the fuck is legal a surprise? It's not a surprise. It's I did not do my homework, right? So make sure that you ask for the close and that you go for the next step at the end of the demo. Make sure that the end of the demo is really good, please. All right? Okay, a few quick demo bonus tips before we wrap this up and we'll go to the Q&A section. So, if we have time for that. First, please skip the fucking clicks. Okay? So, when you're on a page, and that, let's say I have an email newsletter, and let's say that page is the editor of the newsletter. Show me the editor. Cool, right? Tell me, here's how beautiful and simple it is. The editor can do anything and everything. Look, I already prepared this in a beautifully formatted HTML email that's so nice your eyes are watering from emotion. Like, show me that shit. But then, please don't go, and then you click the save button, and you go with your fucking mouse, save, and you click the save button, and now that the spinning wheel spins, and it spins, and it spins, and boom, it says save. And now it's saved. Shut the fuck up! Right? I mean, I'm not a not nice person usually, but that 7 seconds was complete waste of life. Right? I don't need to see you click the thing. Right? I see the editor. Here's where we edit shit. I don't need you to see you click the save. Now, when you click the save button, there's a fucking balloons and confetti and something magical happens, it's gonna wow me, fucking go for it. But if it's just gonna go from, save to save, and we spend 4 seconds of our life looking at that wheel, that's just dumb. Again, it's mindless. It's you not thinking clearly, so you're just going with like, I probably have to click on every fucking button here. Here's the settings click. And then you look at this is on the 7 page, and if you click here, it saves it. Like, I don't need you to click things. Make sense? Please, save the clicks for when it really matters. We'll jump over this. The next thing is, if you give SaaS demos, things will break. Things will go wrong, right? You'll lose your fucking internet connection during the Zoom call. There's gonna be a fucking bug. Problems come up. It's normal. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to embrace when things go wrong. This is how you're gonna stand out from all the other idiots in this space, right? So typically what happens, somebody clicks on something, it breaks, and then they panic. Oh my God, this has never happened before. Shut the fuck up. We're all in SaaS, this has never happened before. I don't know, flustered, like, and now, what is the emotion that you're giving me? It's confusion, it's like, it's panic. Again, I don't want to have more panic and confusion in my life. That's not why I buy SaaS products. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I want to talk to this person more because I don't have enough panic today, right? I need that in my life. Nobody wants that. And I get that it's a normal human thing to be flustered, but if you give demos for a living, it's your job to be prepared when things break because they break fairly infrequently. So, first of all, have a fucking presentation version of your demo if, your app explodes, right? You can't demo the live version of it. Have at least a few tabs open with the main pages, so if the internet goes off, you can click on the tabs and show me the most important stuff without killing yourself. If there's an error, here's what I do. When there's an error in the app or when I try to do something, I go, oh, beautiful. I didn't script this, but this is an important moment to teach you how to get help when you're a close-eye customer. See that little question mark button? You click that fucking button, see that get live, get help right now? That's directly connecting to a support team, which is highly technical. Most of them have a computer science background. Here, I'm typing. Hey, motherfuckers, I'm giving a demo and this broke. And here's what I need to give more information, otherwise developers can't fix the problem. Here's, I click A, and then B, and then this happened. I have the console open, C, copy, paste the error message. Can you please fix this? And then you see somebody type and go, hey Steli, thank you for the information. Say hi to John from company XYZ, who's your prospect. Sorry that you have to go through this problem. We'll fix it and we'll email both you and the prospect to let you know what happened here. We don't know how to fix this right now. And I go, when you have a problem at close, this is how you get help. No, now I made it part of the demo. Make sense? How did they feel? They felt like, not a big deal. When I have a problem close, I click here, I click there, I talk to somebody that's human and that is intelligible and gives you back real information. I probably should be a bit mindful on how to ask for help versus just panic, it's broken. It's not enough detail to know what to do from a support perspective, right? And it makes you stand out because nobody is relaxed when things go broke, but when bugs pop up, nobody is. So if you are, you and your company will stand out. It will create a completely different brand and emotional reality for your prospects. And then, if you want to get better at something I have learned, you can come to events like this, you can listen to people like me, but at the end of the day, the only way to really get better is to get the bitter medicine of self-study, right? So here's what I advise you to do. Fucking record yourself when you give demos, and then watch it. There's nothing more painful, but nothing more healing to our whole bullshit than watching ourselves giving a demo, right? If you can, I would even recommend you to record yourself in video, even if you do a screen sharing. Not every day, but once in a while, because your body language, if you give the demo, the entire demo, your facial expression is like this, and then the next thing you have to do is this. Like, if that's your body language, you might get enlightenment and go, oh, it's probably, I don't feel great when I show this part of our product. Maybe I need to work on this. Maybe I shouldn't show this part of our product, right? So make sure you record yourself, you watch your own demos, you review your own demos, when you ping a bunch of people. If you don't know anybody who's honest, Steli Efti, I'll give you honest feedback with your demo. And try to just get better and better month over month, right? Nobody's perfect, we all suck, but the goal is to suck less over long periods of time. All right, so I'm not going to run through this list because I have something better. I have a book. A very short read that summarizes everything I talked about today and a bunch more stuff. There's even a company that bought 400 copies of this, and every time a salesperson interviews, they give them the book and they say, read this book and next week give us a product demo of our product. Right? And that's how they select salespeople. But because I didn't want to carry that many books to Finland, there's a digital version of this book and my 9 other books. All my shit in like a one simple, beautiful link. You send an email with the subject line, bundle motherfucker, to Steli@close.io. I'll send you back a link. You get all my shit, including the product demos that sell book. And that's about it. Thank you so much for your attention, everybody. We're going to do questions? Sweet. Okay, so first question. I'll try to be brief here. When should a sales rep do a demo versus a sales engineer? Well, the honest answer is I don't fucking know. It depends on your customer, your buying cycle, the differentiation between sales engineer and sales rep in your company, honestly. Typically, a sales engineer comes into play much later in life when it comes to implementation questions, especially for highly technical products with multiple stakeholder departments. So a sales rep, without me knowing anything about this person or this company, my generic advice would be a sales rep, his job should be to qualify a prospect, make sure that they should truly buy the solution to really help them, and they can help you in return the money, the budget, the timeline, whatever else it is. And then once there's certainty that that can happen and enough information is being exchanged on both sides, then probably a sales engineer should be involved further down the line, probably not super early. All right, next question. If you had to give one more deadly sin, what would it be? I give a bunch of deadly sins. I don't know. I don't fucking know, honestly. I think that if you touch on all the things that I said fundamentally, you should be in a really good space. Another thing maybe to throw out there is just talking throughout your entire demo, right? Any kind of conversation with prospects should be more balanced than it probably is at this point. Salespeople talk too much. right? We all talk too much typically when we're in this like presentation mode. We're like, I have to give information, I have to give information. It should be a conversation exchange. So even a 30-minute product in our case would be like a 10-minute conversation where I ask questions, 20 minutes of showing things, very targeted based on what they needed, and another 10 minutes of having a conversation. It's not going to be another 5 minutes of having a conversation. It's not going to be like 100% of talk time for the rep. So make sure that even in demos, you ask questions, you slow down, stop, and ask if things make sense to the prospect. If there's something they want you to show again, or if there's something they'd be more interested in. The beginning of the demo is a good idea to ask, what is the number one goal you have for this call? What's the one thing you absolutely must see? Right? Make them prioritize the conversation for you. All right, and then last question. Abstract concepts or exemplification. Discuss. This is definitely over my head. I don't understand this question. Or joke. I'm not exactly sure what this means. But my answer is sometimes maybe. All right, so with that being said, thank you everybody for